deeper with a little bit of a blue undertone. I'm going to be using a combination of my red liquid concentrate, just a tad bit of the purple, and then half a scoop of this pigment here. So if you're thinking about the color wheel, that's how you're going to adjust the colors that you're using to achieve the different tones and shades depending on what you're going for. So I just want to make sure I have 10 in here. Okay. So I'm not going to go with this pigment to start. I'm actually going to start with my red and half a scoop of my purple. So here, it's roughly half a scoop. This is going to darken my red quite a bit. So a little bit of this pigment also goes a long way. And before I add my liquid concentrate, I am going to stir this just so I can get an idea of what my base color is going to be. And so as I'm adding these colors, I can refer back to the color card here and also the color wheel. So this just is a friendly reminder about your primary and your secondary colors and a brief explanation there. So if you're wondering, how do I make this more red or more purple or a red with a more blue undertone, what do I need to add to get to that? Okay, so now I'm gonna add my first drop of red so you can see the color that I have here. So I'm gonna start putting this like at the top here. So you can see it's very translucent. So our pigments and our micas that we have, they all have different characteristics on how opaque or translucent they're gonna make your polish and also what type of texture. So you can see in this one here, the slight shimmer texture to this. And you can see the swirls in there. This is mixed thoroughly. It's just the way that it looks kind of in the cup and also in the bottle, but it does not appear that way on your nail. Okay, so I'm gonna add 1 drop of this to start and give it a stir so you can see how it changes almost immediately with 1 drop. And I know that I'm gonna want this much more red than this, and because the purple was so dark, I may have to lighten it with the white. And I can do that with the white liquid concentrate, or I can do that with the white pigment powder that is also here. And I would use this if I wanted to add more pearl, because this has a pearl finish. The liquid concentrate does not have a pearl finish. So I added about 4 drops there. So I really wanted to kick up the red. And you can still see a lot of the purple in there. And this process is one that you would build upon a lot. So you're building a recipe here. You're getting to your perfect color. Now I'm getting close to that berry red color that I want. But to me, this is still pretty translucent. It's not near what it was before. But I know that I want full coverage in 2 to 3 coats. So I'm gonna continue to add some more of the liquid concentrate. It was 3, 4, 5. I'm getting closer. So I'd probably, if I were to say, I'd like it to be double the opacity. However, if you were going for just that shade and you wanted, say, a jelly style polish or something that you're going to use in nail art or maybe add glitter to this, the more opaque you make it, the less visibility you're going to have for any glitter or coverage that you have. Getting pretty close here. Gonna add 4 more drops. And that's about the berry red that I wanted to see. I think I'm gonna make it just a hint darker. Just make it perfect. You might notice sometimes you have bubbles a little bit in your polish, and that's okay too. Those are gonna rise to the top and during the pouring. I'm gonna add one more. Well, that was two, and that's okay because it's in the shade area that I would like. But say I did add too much and I wanted to correct it, I would just add some white. Lighten it right back up. And if I wanted it more purple, I could choose to add more of the purple pigment, or I could use my liquid concentrate purple. Okay, so now I'm gonna bottle this one. Oops. Okay, use my funnel again. And again, pour it right inside of this circle. And I could have continued to make this even more opaque by just continuing to add more liquid concentrate. So if it's something that you want it to be less see-through, the more color you add, the less see-through it's gonna be. And just as a reminder, you can only add up to 3 scoops of your pigment, and you can measure those in half scoops or full scoops. Won't be completely exact, but those are good reference points so that you know how much you're adding in case you wanna make it again. And then the other thing that is great about this placemat is that you can actually test the colors on the nails. It's fun if you're making this with kids too. They can decorate the placemat as another activity that they can do with their kids, which is a lot of fun, especially if you're doing this as part of a party. Okay, I feel like I might be getting close to the shoulder, so I'm not gonna just pour everything in all at once. Okay, have room there still. All right, I'm definitely okay here. So I'm not gonna overflow. A few more drops I can get. I'll set that aside, put my cap in here. And then I've made kind of a berry red with this one.